CD Projekt Red has released a fresh, new ways to play trailer confirming a plethora of awesome elements that we were hoping for in the expansion Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty, as well as the now officially dubbed 2.0 update. I'm going over the new details about weapons, the new perk system, cyberware, car combat, and a lot of other good news, as well as one piece of rather bad news for longtime players. Welcome to Gameless Plus, my name is Josh, and this is Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty New Ways to Play Explained. Right off the bat from this trailer, we see some dynamic and awesome changes that are finally confirmed visually for the very first time. And of course, with some very artistic flair, we see V doing a crazy jump off the side of a cliff on her motorcycle, obviously using some great enhanced cyberware to do a hammer smash down on the enemies. We then learn that Mr. Hands assigns new jobs in Dogtown, and there are airdrop missions that you can see here. Next, we get a solid little preview of the black market in Dogtown, featuring a variety of brand new weapons, including Order, a new electrical shotgun, Grit, a new handgun, Warden, a new SMG, Hercules, which is a new special weapon that has some kind of toxic ability, including two new sniper rifles, Osprey and Ratetsu, which uses some kind of neural link for accuracy. Then we get a look at the beautiful thermal katana, which is finally in full swing. Pun intended. These are all part of what are announced as 100 new items that include not only weapons, but cyberware and fashion in the game. Speaking of cyberware, we get a solid new look at the cyberware system, where on the right we can see the armor stats that go up to 1,000, and also the debuffs on the left that go down as you overload yourself with new cyberware. This is the part where CDPR talked about a delicate balance that must be found in your cyberware build. With that lovely mid-air hammer slam attack, we are introduced to the new redesigned perk system, showcasing the new way skill trees work so you can build your character the way you like. We see the nice new finisher move perk, which will add a lot of flair to destroying your enemies. Then the oh so beautiful and oh so fun bullet deflect perk, which is definitely going to be my favorite. It basically turns you into a Jedi Master, bouncing bullets right back at the baddies as you go. This actually has me excited to have a melee build on my next playthrough. We also get a glimpse at the Opportunist perk, which is not shown here because it is very gory, but it seems to be the ability to grab the enemy's weapon and kill them with it. There's also Air Dash, which allows you to zip through the air mid-jump while shooting, the Savage Sling finisher when you can pick up a bad guy and chuck him at another enemy, love it. The new pull perk, where you throw a grenade and when it gets close it'll just automatically explode rather than be set to a timer that it normally would have. Another cool perk is Deadeye, which makes headshots much easier. I can't tell if it automatically locks onto the headshot or if it just makes it a lot more accurate. Either way, it's going to make you feel like a gunslinger. The next big change is the Relic skill tree, which looks pretty awesome and is finally explained, at least on some level. I just want to note, this is only available on the Phantom Liberty expansion, not for free with the 2.0 update. So anyway, these seem to mainly be upgrades to your arm cyberware from looking at the symbol of the 10-armed figure in the center of the tree. The first we get to see is the launch capacity override, which seems to buff out your arm missiles, allowing multiple shots. Then we have spatial mapping, which allows you to zip across open space for a kill. And finally, a limiter removal, which basically just makes you super powerful for a specific attack. They don't explain the rest, but there seem to be 8 in total that will be unlocked as you progress through the Phantom Liberty expansion. I'm wondering if these relic skills are actually directly involved with the story in Phantom Liberty because they're exclusive to the expansion. We'll see. Next we get a peek of the selection of new vehicles that include some that have mounted weapons for vehicle combat. It's not quite Twisted Metal since we don't have multiplayer, but this is definitely my favorite new addition to the game overall, and really looks like it's going to be a blast. NPCs will now be able to ride bikes and chase you and become easy targets for you when you shoot out the side of your vehicle and blow them up. You can even hack other vehicles to destroy them during a car chase. Fun stuff. The police system has also been revamped, bringing this game to full GTA-style police chases. They'll create barricades, but that won't be any problem for your rocket launcher mount that you have on the back of your brand new car that will obliterate them. And then they'll send in the real heavy hitters with max tack once they see how powerful you've become. Seriously, look at this shot. This is absolutely a James Bond style moment, spinning your vehicle with your guns blazing, mowing down your enemies, then driving off. They are really finishing off this game with style. Then they list the game's additions: a dangerous new district, dozens of new story quests and gigs, vehicle combat and mounted weaponry, revamped police system, combat AI overhaul, endless dynamic events and missions, which is awesome because that just means things keep going and going, redesigned cyberware and perks, all new relic tree and abilities, increased level cap, 100 plus new items, weapons, cyberware, and fashion. Most notably in the list of things here that we didn't know about is the increased level cap. Veteran players have been begging for this to be an option, and it only makes sense for this expansion. The AI overhaul is going to make the game much more challenging, which is a great thing. The endless dynamic events and missions is truly the finishing touch because after you beat the game before this update, getting more money became kind of a scarce, difficult thing. Now there will be no reason to stop playing until Orion, the sequel, comes out. The update was originally being called 1.7 because that was the chronological order, but now they've officially started calling it 2.0, which works for marketing. I do want to note that CDPR has not made it specific which of the new features are included with the 2.0 update and which are exclusive to the Phantom Liberty expansion. Some of these things will be free with the 2.0 update and many of them will not be. I think they're keeping it quiet because they just want you to buy the expansion pack. But if you're patient and you wait for the 2.0 update, which will come out before the expansion, you'll know exactly what you may or may not be missing, and then make your decision based on that. I will most definitely be getting the full expansion because I want to experience the all-new story and all the little details that come along with it. I have one thing I must say, which is really sad. Where's the New Game Plus? What happened, guys? CDPR said that they were going to do a New Game Plus, and this seemed like the absolute perfect opportunity to put it in the game, but we just got a maxed out level cap. I think many of you would agree that this would have been the right time to include that, but the game's still going to be a blast. So, there you have it. Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty, New Ways to Play, explained. What do you think about these new features? What is the absolute must-have feature on the list for you? Are you upset about the lack of New Game Plus? Let's talk about it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, and if you want to see all of my videos, hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you again next time on Game List Plus.